What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, just another PokeTuber, coach of your Piedmont Triad Kickers, coming at you today with Week 5 of the PBA. We are taking on Coach Bope. He's the coach of the Cleveland Guardians. We are coming off of a rather, and I do mean rather, embarrassing slash tough loss from last week, so hopefully this week we can bounce back. But it's not going to be easy by any means. Bope has a pretty threatening team, and then being on the bright side, me and him are currently 1-1 against each other. So it's time to settle the score. But yeah, he has a pretty tough team, and he's doing really well in the league as well. So tough game. But anyway, his team, it consists of Darkrai, Zapdos, Metagross, Terragarados, Swampert, the Cyclizar, Mienshao, Quillfish, Hisui, Cleavor, Pterodelphox, Abomasnow, and last but not least, the team mascot Chimchar. So the team I'm expecting, right? I'm expecting basically the first six or something like that. So Darkrai, I mean, it not speaks my whole team, so I'd be surprised if it didn't come. Zapdos, I feel like it's gonna come because it's good for like Cinderace, depending on like what moves he thinks I'm gonna go for. Um, it could even be good for Keldeo to an extent, depending on like if it's like granted it has to be physical or special. It can't be both, so it's going to make itself weaker to one of the mons. Um, and then Zapdos can also be good for Serena. So yeah, there's that stuff. I feel like Metagross comes because if well, let me tell it like it is. If Metagross does not come, like Comfey just tears his team apart. So I'm pretty sure Metagross is coming. I feel like Gyarados is the stronger Terra captain than Delphox in this matchup, so I'm pretty sure Gyarados is coming. What Terra it could be, I have no idea, but I'm pretty sure it's going to come. I think Swampert comes because something he could do is make like a more like special Zapdos for Keldeo, and then be like a more like a physical Swampert for defensive Swampert for Cinderace potentially, and then I think Cyclizar is coming because Cyclizar is his only way of removing hazards. I don't think Mienshao comes. We have uh, first of all, we have Houndstone, who you don't like. You can knock us off, but Houndstone, she doesn't care. Then there's Comfey. There is who else? There's Bronzong, who once again you can knock us off, but it doesn't really get you that far. And then I feel like Keldeo and Cinderace are also good like mons to counter Mienshao as well. Um, I think Quillfish Hisui could potentially come because Intimidate could be good for Cinderace, and then also it could be good like a Spadef Quillfish could be good for Comfey, who like I was saying earlier kind of just tears the team apart if he doesn't bring the right checks for it. Um, I don't think Cleavor is coming. We have a Keldeo, we have a Serena. I mean, granted, you can just aerial ace and then X scissor and stuff like that, but these are mons that can kind of take those hits and then just blow you back, so I doubt it. Not to mention that Cleavor, last I checked, doesn't really touch Bronzong, and then you also can't really touch Houndstone, so I don't think it's coming. And in the bottom three, I don't think are coming either. So just to reiterate, I think we're going to see Darkrai, Zapdos, Metagross, Gyarados, Cyclizar, and then I'll say Quillfish or Swampert. I don't think he's going to bring both. So to combat this team, first and foremost, we're going to bring Merryweather, the Comfey, who is rocking his leftovers this week. Triage for the ability Terra Ground, 252 HP, 60 defense, 196 special attack, modest nature with Draining Kiss, Giga Drain, Terra Blast, Calm Mind. So I'm just running enough special attack that at +1 we should be able to one shot or two shots, like pretty much everything. Draining Kiss is good. Draining Kiss is to hit the Zoroark. It can also hit the Cyclizar. Giga Drain is only here for the Swampert. And then with Terra Blast, we can hit the Metagross or the Quillfish, and then we can just Rain and Kiss on the Zapdos, who after a Calm Mind or two can't really touch us anyway. Um, we're also running this defense so we don't get one-shotted by a waterfall from Gyarados, or we have enough defense that we don't get one-shot. However, I have to acknowledge we do need to be like +2, +3 to like two-shot it with Draining Kiss. So hopefully we can get those boosts up. But yeah, Comfey, if it gets in position, just goes crazy in this matchup, I feel like. So yeah, that's Merriweather the Comfey. Next on the team roster is the one, the only, making, well, it's not his season debut, but he definitely hasn't come off the bench in a while. It's this guy, Peter Parker, the Spite Ops, who's rocking his Focus Sash this week. Insomnia for the ability, 252 HP, 4 attack, 252 defense, Impish Nature with Sticky Web, Spikes, Circle Throw, and U-Turn. My opponent's only form of hazard removal is Cyclozar, and we have a pretty good check into that. So ideally, I want to get these webs up because if my last like few guys and girl can outspeed the team, they kind of just do they just do unholy things. Let's put it like that. And then why stop at webs? If we get some spikes up, let's do that too. And then we can use circle throw to pivot, like to phase things in and out. And then obviously we have U-turn for like pivoting purposes. Ideally, we just get the freaking webs up, and if we die, we die. But hey, you know what? Spot ops, you got one job. We believe in you. And as I was alluding to earlier about my opponent having only rapid spin, we can block that because we have this guy on the team. Well, girl. We have Winnie Zhang, the Houndstone, so we're a ghost type, so obviously we can block the rapid spin and keep these hazards up. We are Culberberry for the Darkrai. Fluffy is the ability, 252 HP, 252 defense, 4 speed F, Impish Nature with Nightshade, Will-O-Wisp, Pain Split, and Body Press. So we can so this is like also a check for the Gyarados, so we can just burn it. Actually, anything on this team that's physical, we can just burn it because nothing is going to two-shot us with anything if it's physical. We're Culberberry, so we have a chance to body press the Darkrai. If we can chip it a little bit beforehand, we can just kill it with body press potentially. Like we need to get it at least down to like 70%. I'm gonna say what the calc said, and then outside of Cyclozar, we can just Nightshade the whole team for the most part. And if we ever are in front of Cyclozar, well, we can just body press it and do a lot of damage to it. And we have Pain Split as a way to help us stay healthy. So yeah, that is Winnie Zhang. It's here to be a spin blocker, but she has uses outside of that. Next on the team roster is one of my favorite guys from this team. I'm glad to have him. He's came to like every game so far. It's the one, the only Keldeo, who's rocking his leftovers again. I know, guys, I know, but hear me out. We're justified. 252 HP, not HP, 252 special attack, 24 speed F, 232 speed, Timid Nature with Hydro Pump, Serve, Sacred Sword, and Calm Mind. So we pretty much just need these two moves to hit everything. If we can set up, so here's the thing: if we can get webs up, and then maybe we can get this thing in front of like Darkrai or something, or in front of Cyclozar. I don't think my opponent would sacrifice Cyclozar just to get some webs up. Now, of course, I mean, just get the webs away. Now, of course, if it's boots, that's one thing, but I don't think he'll just sacrifice Cyclozar like that. So if we get like Kelly in front of one of those two, that'd be pretty great. We can start calm minding because I'm pretty sure he would switch out. Um, we hit everything on the team with our stabs. The only thing we don't hit is the Gyarados. But here's the fun thing about Gyarados: if we get like +1, +2, Surf into Hydro Pump should kill him. And then like Surf could give him that false sense of security that okay, we can stay in and take another one. So even at +1, Gyarados cannot one shot or two shot us with anything. It would have to be like a Terra type that could hit us super effectively. But if it's neutral, like I want to say its strongest neutral hit is Earthquake, and that does not two shot us. So even at +1, so Keldeo can beat that Gyarados, god darn it. And then like everything else we can just hit. So like Darkrai, Sacred Sword, what's that thing called? The Cyclozar, Sacred Sword. Um we can Sacred Sword a lot of things, guys. Or just Surf and Hydro Pump. It really just depends. But yeah, that is Keldeo. He's here to like, show up and show out, hopefully. Next on the team roster we have our hazard remover for the week. It's the one, the only, the Queen. It is Serena, and she is rocking her heavy duty boots. Queenly Majesty is the ability, 252 HP, 136 attack, 80 speed F, 40 speed. Don't ask me why, that's just what we're running. Adamant Nature with Trop Kick, so we can lower the attack on the Gyarados if it tries to get crazy. And then obviously Swampert just gets blown back. And then also we could maybe lower the attack on the Metagross. I don't think he would appreciate that. Same for like Cleavland, for some reason it comes with, you know, me and Shout, you know, like some random stuff. We have triple axle, so we have a way to hit the Zapdos, who we can just, if we hit all three, we don't like to, like, you know, it depends on the investment. We can do, but we can do some significant damage to it. Um, Albeit we're running the risk of getting staticked, but you know, we can still do some significant damage. But on the what's that thing called, Cyclozar, we definitely can just knock him out more than likely. And then U-turn is a way for us to hit the Darkrai really hard. I don't think we want, like, we don't one shot it, but we do significant damage. And since we're slower than Darkrai, you know, it's a slow pivot, so we're gonna do a lot of damage, and then we can bring something in that will kill it. Yeah, but yeah, that is Serena. That's the queen. Next on the team roster is the team mascot, the one, the only, and I hope this set actually gets to pop off for once. It's this guy right here. Soul, the Cinderace, who's rocking his Flame Orb. Libero for the ability 252 attack, 112 speed, 144. I say 112 speed, 112 speed F, 144 speed. Soar speed creeping the me and Shao in case it, you know, does come. We have Powerball, U-turn, Facade, and Swords Dance. So because of the way Libero works and the way Flame Orb works, if we're clicking Powerball, we're not going to get burned. If we U-turn, we can hide the fact that we have the Flame Orb. My opponent does not have a Ghost type in sight, so ideally, if we can Swords Dance and yeah, that could potentially. Okay, let me put it like this: if we can Swords Dance and get webs up, that could potentially just be the game right there. Nothing on this team really takes a +2 Facade from us. If we get spikes up, Cleavland, despite resisting, will be put in range of a +2 Facade. If the Zapdos isn't like max Spadef, not max Spadef, if the Zapdos isn't like max, like super max defense, like, okay, he potentially gets one-shotted at +2. Darkrai gets one-shotted. The Gyarados, if it's not Intimidate, can get one-shotted. The Swampert can get one-shotted. Cyclozar can get one-shotted. Mienshao can get one-shotted. The Quillfish, depending on the investment, can get one-shotted even with Eviolite. Delphox, dead. The Abomasnow, who I'm not expecting. I mean, okay, you don't get one-shotted because of the snow, but you definitely die to a Powerball even though we're burned. And the Metagross, at +2, Powerball, despite being burnt, still does a ridiculous amount of damage to it. So yeah, hopefully I can get this set to pop off this week. Like I said, my opponent has no Ghost type, so effectively there's nothing that really resists this or is immune to it. And, well, there's a Metagross, but we can just Powerball it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so hope you to do your thing, bro. But yeah, guys, that's the team. Not really more needs to be said. So without further ado, let's get into the battle. Good luck, have fun to my opponent, Bope. Hopefully this battle is a banger. Alright, so we are connected with our opponent, Ben, also known as Bope, from the Discord server. So he brought Quillfishy Silly, Gyarados, who is Terra Ghost, Metagross, the, what do you call this thing? Darkrai, Cyclozar, and the Mienshao. So, what do I want to lead against him? Let's see. Let's lead off with... So, the worst leads to me would be... I mean, is Spidops too obvious of a lead? Is Spidops too obvious, guys? Or do I want to lead Serena and just... No, we might need Serena for later. So let's just lead Spidops and... Because part of me doesn't want to just... Hold up. This is what we're going to do. We're actually going to lead Serena. Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, we gotta make it! Please make it! Okay, we're gonna leave Serena and just U-turn out. But I say we gotta make it! The fact that he's Terra Ghost is kind of annoying because, well, obviously we can't just facade through the team now, but, you know, maybe we can make it do something. Maybe we can make it do what it do. Alright, good luck, have fun to my opponent. His lead is, okay. So he probably has taunt on this, otherwise, yeah. So, let me see. Who can switch into this? We're just gonna U-turn out. Is that thing banded, or does it just do that much naturally? That's kind of ridiculous if I'm being honest. But he has to respect the triple axle, so yeah, we're gonna switch out right here, right now. So he didn't bring Swampert. He brought Quillfish. Hisui. He also didn't bring Zapdos. He brought the Mienshao. So Quillfish is. So let's see. Who is he going to switch in? If I had to take a guess, it's probably Quillfish coming in. If I had to take a guess, it's probably Quillfish coming in. But what we're gonna do is just. Who's this? Yeah, we're just gonna go out into the. This thing is okay. So are you Eviolite or are you Rocky Helmet? Let's find out. Okay, so he's Eviolite. Yeah, he's Eviolite. He's Eviolite. So what I'm going to do is go into Spidops. Yeah, we're gonna go into Spidops and get our webs up. We're gonna go into Spidops and get our webs up. So, as long as certain things don't go wrong, I don't know how hard this thing hits us though. But we're a max defense Spidops though, so do we really care like how hard this thing can hit? Let's find out, let's find out. So he has to go back into, is this the Cyclizar? Yep. And we're just gonna go into Houndstone so he can't spin on us. We're just gonna go into Houndstone so he can't spin on us. Yeah, it's like I think that's our best bet. Let me see. How many of these mons are I mean, like, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? They are, how many of these mons are, like, physical? So we have the Mienshao, Gyarados, Cyclizar, Metagross. So actually, from what I can tell, the only special attacker is probably the Darkrai. So since we're Colbur, what I'm going to do, and see, how does he get hazards up? Well, he has his Quillfish who could spread T-Spikes, which would kind of suck. Not gonna lie. So we're just gonna go. We're Cobra Berry for a reason. We're just gonna go for a Body Press. And if my opponent tries to set up in front of us, okay, that's just being greedy. Psyshock. Okay, I don't know what he thought was gonna come in, but like, you're gonna lose this, bro. Like, if he Dark Pulses us, if he Dark Pulses right here, he's going to lose this. And he doesn't really have I mean, there's no real switch in. Because nothing outside of this should be able to touch us. So just go ahead, go for your Dark Pulse. I know you want to. Go ahead, do it, do it. Dark Pulse me. Go ahead, do it. Do it. I want you to do it. I want to see you do it. Please, Dark Pulse me. Dark Pulse me right now. I want to see you do it. Yep, we live this, I think. I don't know. Should we? Do we? Please? What? What? Bro, get out of here, dude. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here, bro. For real? That is crap. That is some crap. That is some freaking crap. Okay, whatever. You crit me through my berry. Can I please just play like a game where we don't get like... Can I just have one game where like we don't go through like, you know, some unfortunate crap like that? So we're gonna go into Keldeo now. It's up to him. Either he wants to save this or he doesn't. I don't know what he wants to do. But that is some bull crap because we were supposed to live that. We were absolutely supposed to live that. We were absolutely supposed to freaking live that. Like, dude. Now, I know this Calm Mind doesn't save us from the Psyshock, but he has a play to make here. He has a play to make. But yeah, dude, that's bullcrap. Like, that is absurd bullcrap. Like, you're not supposed to, like, bro, get out of here, bro. This thing should be dead. This thing should be dead. And that might actually end up mattering later on because he kind of needed Houndstone to stay around. So that's bull. That is bull, that is bull, that is bull. That is absolute bull. Who is this? He has to go into his Gyarados. You're Intimidate. I wonder, are you T-waiting? I wonder, are they T-waving? I'm just saying, dude, Houndstone should not be dead. That is bullcrap. Houndstone should not be dead. But hey, you know, it is what it is. We just deal with it. Bro, that's bullcrap. I know I've said that too many times, but like, bro, this Darkrai should be dead, not us. Like, we should have killed Darkrai right then and there. That is bullcrap. On so many levels, that's bullcrap. So let's see. Your Terra Ghost. Your Terra Ghost. What are you gonna do to us? Let's see. Let's see. He could T-wave us and that would suck, but let's see what he goes for. From right here, we should be able to two-shot him. Let's see. Let's see, let's see. I think we just go for a... Like, let's go for a Surf, maybe? Because on the bright side, this guy... Let's just try to weaken him, I guess. Bro, that is bullcrap, though. Like, we are not supposed to be... That's nice. I think... Because here's the thing, if he Terras, that'll suck. So let's go for a... Let's go for a Surf here. Let's go for a Surf. Let's go for a Surf. I want to say we're out of range of, like, most hits from right here. Yeah, even at +1, unless he crits us again. Alright, we have to just go for a Hydro Pump and hope we hit it. We gotta just go for a Hydro Pump and hope we hit it. If we hit this Hydro Pump, he should be dead. I can't, because I'm calcing like EQ as his strongest move, so like, alright. Keldeo. Keldeo. That's my Keldeo. That's my Keldeo. That's my Keldeo. Get that Gyarados out of here. Okay, so there's no Gyarados. No Gyarados we have to worry about. And because of this, bro, dude, if we can set up Comfey, we just win, I think. We're gonna need a couple Calm Minds, but I think Comfey can win us the game. Now, obviously, if Min Xiao comes in, well, it's probably... If Min Xiao comes in, it could fake us out. Fake out with, you know, that's definitely a thing. Let's see, how much damage are we taking from a fake out though? Let's find out. If Min Xiao comes in, and even then he has to have it. If he doesn't have it, then cool. Let's see. Fake out. Fake out, fake out, fake out. What is fake out doing to us? Oh, even if it's Life Orb? Okay, okay, okay. Let's see something. Metagross. Metagross, 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 Metagross. So we're risking? Not... Okay. Alright. Let's just go for the Surf. Let's just go for the Surf. He's AV. Super AV. He is super AV. But that's okay. Because we're going to go into Cinderace. And we're actually going to Swords Dance right here, right now. Because now that the freaking Gyarados is down, nothing should be able to take a hit from us, I think. So we're going to Swords Dance here. Because maybe the Quillfish comes in. Maybe the Quillfish comes in. I gotta just, you know, see what he goes for. Okay. Okay. If Quillfish comes in, we're just going to Swords Dance again. We're just going to Swords Dance again. This thing should not be able... I mean, it's a freaking Quillfish. What are you one-shotting us with? Absolutely nothing. So we're going to Swords Dance right here. And then we're going to just Swords Dance again. I don't see any reason as to why we can't Swords Dance again. There's no reason as to why we can't Swords Dance again. Because if Cyclizar better be Boots, bro. It better be Boots. It better be Boots. It better be Boots. And he can't just switch into us, because what if we go for an attack this turn? If we go for an attack this turn, Cyclizar is dead. Cyclizar is beyond dead. So we're going to just Swords Dance again, because we have no reason not to. Not to mention, we still have Comfey in the back. So Keldeo got his 1 kill, and we appreciate him for that. 1 kill for Keldeo. Metagross killed Keldeo. Cool. So we're going to just Swords Dance again. And then go for a Facade. He licked. Oh! Good play. Good play. I should have, you know. That's good on him. That's good on him. But here's the thing. We have him kind of pigeonholed to where he has to keep hazing. He kind of has to keep hazing. And even then, honestly, I don't think we even need to be +2 to get through the rest of this team. I honestly don't think so. Okay. And now we're going to just Facade. We're just going to go for a Facade. This has a really good chance to kill. Yep. Alright. Quillfish is down. Outside of a Focus Sash me and Xiao, I don't know what's taking a hit from us. And even then, if me and Xiao is Focus Sashed, well, then we can just go into Comfey and start setting up, because it shouldn't be able to beat us with anything. And then, I mean, at that point, it doesn't even matter if the webs get put away. You know what I'm saying? So let's see what happens now. What happens? Let's see what's going to happen. What's going to happen? Cyclizar has to be Boots, and if it's not Boots, then you guys get the idea. Which it might not even be, considering it does get Regenerator. It does get Regenerator. It does get Regenerator, so... Bro, you gotta be freaking kidding me, dude. Alright, guys, so... Under normal circumstances, me and my opponent, like, you know, anytime there's a DC or whatever, typically we would try to recreate the game back to where we were just at, and, you know, take it from there and stuff like that. But after talking with my opponent, so nothing, so the Cyclizar, for example, was not Boots. The me and Xiao did not have a Focus Sash. Nothing was Focus Sashed. Nothing had Boots. So my opponent pretty much conceded that, you know, we could recreate the game, but Cinderace was going to sweep his team pretty much no matter what, because Metagross was well within range of a Pyro Ball. Darkrai, Cyclizar, me and Xiao, and the last mon was, you know, let me see, Darkrai, me and Xiao, Metagross, Cyclizar, and the Metagross, like, nothing was taking a hit from us. So instead of going through the hassle of trying to recreate the game, you know, my opponent just accepted, you know, he just conceded what the game was, and we decided just to save each other the time. We're still going to get a 4-0 victory, and Cinderace is still going to get his 5 kills, because, well, he acknowledged that's kind of what was going to happen anyway. So I wish we could have finished the video, like finished the battle, and, you know, gave you guys a full video of a full battle. That's not what happened, but, you know, I guess I'm mixed feelings. I'm glad the set worked, but I really wish I could get the set on camera, like throughout a whole battle, because typically whenever I try to run the set, something always goes wrong. I don't know what it is. Like, either there's a DC, or I position Cinderace badly, and then we don't get to do anything with it, even though the set be having potential. This is actually one of my favorite sets to run for Cinderace, if I'm being real, because most people don't see it coming, because it's a Flame Orb Cinderace. You typically don't expect Flame Orb on a fire type, but when you have Libero, it's like, why not? Especially considering when you catch someone off guard with it, it can go crazy. But yeah, so we decided just to call the game for what it was. The Piedmont Triad Kickers did win this game. And we'll be going into week 6, 3-2, and I think we're back in the top 8 after this. So, you know, pretty big win for us. Next week we'll be taking on Elly, who someone I watch a lot. Pretty cool person from what I can tell. And it's gonna be a very tough opponent as well. So yeah. Thank you all for tuning in. If you have not done so already, please remember to like and subscribe. And until next time, everybody, peace out.